everyone, welcome to the Immortality Podcast. I'm your host, Jake, here with Josh. Today we're gonna, I think for the first time, drink a green tea, weirdly. So this is a Mengding Ganlu first flush green tea from the spring of this year, 2021. Yeah, so brewing green tea is a little different. You have to use a bit of a lighter touch with it. I don't even really necessarily recommend Kung Fu style for green tea, but we're gonna do it. That's where we are. We're just gonna have to be a little careful about it. Green teas, of course, are unoxidized teas. Like I've said before, green tea has to go through a Kilgreen process that stops the enzymatic activity responsible for oxidation. So this one's both roasted and baked, kind of a classic Chinese style of processing. So let's get the dry leaf smell off that, see what we're smelling. It's really, really nice. A little taste of spring. What do you smell?
It just smells fresh. It just smells fresh and like alive. Very alive.
Yeah, a little bready actually, right?
Yeah, bready and dough-like.
Yeah.
More like
something that gets just out of the oven or something.
Yeah.
So the leaves are maybe even a little less green than some. Just a style thing for this particular kind of tea. So let's steep it. I'm not gonna rinse this one. There's no reason to. It's already open. It's already light and fluffy, and I'm just gonna give it just a flash steep. So no real steep time at all. I want to be careful not to scorch these leaves.
So for everybody listening, this is probably one of the most delicate teas we've steeped.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is the name of this one again, and where does it come from?
Mengding Ganlu. So it means sweet dew of Meng Mountain. Meng Mountain is in. Josh is making faces. He sipped the tea. Meng Mountain is in Sichuan, China. What do you taste? Oh my God.
Jake, I need you to tell me what I'm tasting because I don't know. It's kind of that transcendental.
Sure. Well, I think the dough, the kind of bready dough flavors are there. I think it definitely comes through into the taste. So there's something kind of like a fresh baked yeasty bread, like a sourdough or something. That's like kind of like the most prominent, or at least the middle note there. That's coming through.
I can confirm this middle note. This is a very doughy middle note.
Yeah, I think the top note is more like snow peas or snap peas, like something like that. Some kind of like really delicate vegetal taste.
Yeah, that's the vegetal taste. Mm-hmm. It is snow pea like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a real sweetness, but there's also a real savoriness. It's really nicely balanced, very multidimensional. It's kind of like lighting up all parts of the palate. No, you can see it's like a little brighter, a little more open now.
What kind of steeping temperatures would you go on the water? Would you go even more delicate?
We're using boiling water right now, which again I don't necessarily recommend. If you're gonna do it this way, just flash steeps like I'm doing are the way to go. You could alternatively cool down the water that you're using. If you're not brewing it Kung Fu, if you're brewing it more in a teapot, you definitely want to use water in like the 175 to 185 range. Another way these teas are traditionally brewed is grandpa style, so just throw them in a glass, throw hot water over them, leave them in there. It's called that because like that's what the old men in China do.
Yeah, when I was in China, I saw all the cab drivers go with like grandpa style. They would just have their thermos and just leave floating in it.
It's easier if most people who drink tea, it's not like this like spiritual experience. It's just like your morning or afternoon cup. It like gets you through the day. It's like an agricultural product. I mean, for us, we kind of have this like special space that we built for it. Just by us, I mean me and Josh on the podcast and some other people in the Western tea community that I know of.
Well, it is special too.
It is.
Because when you think of tea, I don't think you think of tea like this, and I feel like the Chinese and the Asian culture that drinks tea would rather that all the good tea they kind of keep for, their country and all of their citizens. Whereas when you get tea like this, you're really participating in this tea culture that's been around for over 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So
over 2,000.
Yeah, over 2,000. Yeah. So
So this is a really nice tea. This is a little more of the vegetal comes through on this steeping now. It's got like a really nice classic Chinese green profile. Snow peas, a little bit nutty, like maybe some like almonds or walnuts.
Like even after I'm kind of letting it settle and I haven't, taken a sip for a minute, there's this, is it a melon or like a cucumber type thing that comes out?
I think that's fair.
On the super back end. It's not like a direct sweetness of a cantaloupe, but it's just that.
Well, it's like the after fragrance you're talking about, right?
Yeah. It's definitely like the after fragrance and the aftertaste.
Yeah, it's like you've taken a bite out of a honeydew melon and a cucumber or something, and you're still tasting that, like, or you're kind of smelling it. This tea's not going to go super far. I'm expecting to get about 3 or 4 or 5 good steeps off of it. We'll just see. It's not like a pour or a really tightly balled oolong. If you're doing this style, just expect to steep it 4 or 5 times, and it'll probably be done.
I think we're on this third.
This is the third steep. Yeah, I'm actually keeping track this time.
Nice. That's for our wonderful audience.
Yeah. Someone's gonna leave a comment and be like, "You're on the 4th steep, you idiot."
It's too late, man.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm 90% sure we're on the 3rd steep.
Oh yeah. I think we're on the 3rd steep. We've got video evidence somewhere.
Mm-hmm. It's still really nice. It's very sweet. A lot of green teas kind of crash around this stage, lose flavor and like just become like kind of bean vegetable and one dimensional. But this still has like sweetness, breadiness, nuttiness, maybe like some sea vegetable notes like kombu.
Yeah, there's definitely more of that sea vegetable kombu note now. Mm-hmm. And it's mixed in with that breadiness, and the breadiness is right on the front. It's really nice.
Yeah. So this tea was purportedly originally planted by a Taoist master in 50 BC. Since then, it was cultivated by Buddhists and used as a tribute tea for the emperor, who gave it a tribute status. It's actually one of the, it's one of the 10 famous Chinese green teas, depending on what list you're using.
So to get to that tribute status, does it have to come from a certain area, or
this comes from a certain area? Yeah, it comes from Meng Mountain in Sichuan. So Mengding has to. It adheres to certain processing standards, but it does have to come from like that particular mountain to be this kind of tea.
I wonder what the emperor would use this tea for back in the day, because I know what I'd use it for.
What would you use it for, Josh?
I think it's got a really good vitamin C. I just think it's got this like richness of like health and like restoration.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of green teas have a high vitamin C content. And so for me, because I'm always working on different media projects, I always need more vitamin C to just keep my health up. So I think, that's what I would use it for. What do you use it for?
Well, green teas are definitely great for antioxidants, right? It's basically vegetable soup that you're drinking. Don't tell the kids that, though. No, it's a bad drug. It gets you high. Tell them that.
You got to be over 18 to drink this tea.
Then they'll drink their tea. I don't know. For me, I get very excited about like the fresh harvest in the spring. It's just kind of it's like a big seasonal marker. Having the first few teas of the new year after you've been through the winter is just so revitalizing, so invigorating. There's just a lot of energy to these. I guess last episode we drank an aged white tea whose energy we decided was very like calming, a little stony, spacey. This one for me is very just up. I can just feel it kind of like bursting out like the crown of my head. Like I want to like sit straight and like.
It definitely feels like I'm drinking spring.
Yeah.
Just the emerging, the new growth. And even just what you said about the winter, I've definitely been drinking a lot more rock oolongs. And you can feel the freshness of this one, and it's really nice, actually.
Well, I think tea is such a great like seasonal thing. Like in like East Asian art, like seasons are like, and like spirituality, seasonality is such a theme and motif, and tea is like such a great thing to go along with that. Like in the spring and summer, you have like the fresh greens and whites, like the new teas, the fresh teas, and then in the fall and winter, you like. At least I start drinking like roasted teas, aged teas, fermented teas, and it just it hits differently in different seasons. Like I don't really crave green tea in the winter, and I don't really crave black tea in the summer. So just the way it works on like the body and the mind.
Well, even the leaves are really, really beautiful. They just look alive, almost like
Yeah.
I'm looking at fresh grown moss or just.
Yeah, these are very small leaves. It's pretty much just like the bud and a couple leaves, and they're very, very small leaves. So this is super early spring picking. This tea was harvested very early in the spring.
Is this the fourth steep, you think? Fifth steep?
This was the fourth steep.
Fourth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to get very vegetable-y.
I've been slow rolling.
Nice. It's definitely more vegetable-y, more kombu-y.
It's still really enjoyable, honestly, for me. I just really love that Chinese green profile. For some reason, it's very nostalgic. I'm not Chinese or from China or have spent any amount of time in China, but I guess I just have been drinking these like every spring for the last few years.
You might be a Taoist.
Maybe I'm Mengding.
Come on, Mengding. And it's nice. It cleans out my mouth.
Yeah.
My mouth feels cleaner.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna maybe push this one a little. This is the fifth steep. Usually, like I said, in a Gaiwan doing Kung Fu steeping, I don't really find green teas go really past 4 or 5 steepings. But now hopefully we'll already have drawn out some of like the harsher elements of the tea, and we can kind of get what's left on this.
So how would you suggest this tea to someone who likes green tea? They know they like green tea. Maybe they drink a bagged green tea.
I would say if you like green tea, absolutely buy this tea. Absolutely. This is just like the sooner the better. This is very fresh.
Where can they find this tea? And is this tea on the website, or is it part of the secret Trident?
Yeah.
Tea stash?
I just put this one online last week. There's gonna be more coming in, so everyone pay attention. The first few teas we got in of the harvest were Darjeelings, and now the Chinese greens are starting to roll in. This is the time of year to be like refreshing the green and white page and the Darjeeling page, because new stuff is going up basically every week right now. There's another Bilochun we got into that's stashed and not up yet, so stay tuned. That one's also fantastic. Basically, spring is the most exciting season to be a tea drinker.
Yeah, I can feel how this one was pushed hard.
It's harsher than the first, isn't it? We kind of lost that bready sweetness. Still though, this is nice. It's got good green tea flavor. It's
still smooth.
Even on the fifth steep, it like beats the hell out of like any tea bag you're gonna buy.
Yeah, this is really smooth. You know what's funny is I don't drink a lot of green teas because I drank cheaper green teas when I started drinking tea, and it would affect my stomach very weirdly.
Sure.
Whereas this is like all the good parts.
Yeah.
With like none of that other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed.
You might not want to drink this on like an empty stomach, but there's also worse things you could do. I'm just gonna do one more and see what happens.
Let's go for it.
Six steep, but I wanna power steep that just a little bit. So. In the meantime, I guess I'll just talk a little about the processing. So like I was saying earlier, this one is wok fired, right? It's just like the young butt is picked. There's actually 3 different firings. It's fired, then rolled, then fired, then rolled, then fired, then rolled. That's just to emphasize what an artisanal product green teas on this level are. You know, the material is important, the origin's important, but it takes a master to like finish it and like make it what it is.
I would agree, because you can taste the process through the flavors and how they're evolving. And man, those leaves are high quality leaves.
Yeah.
Those little buds.
Yeah, they look really great. Let's see what we got here. Whew, my heart's beating. This one's got good energy.
Traditionally, can you get tea drunk off of green teas?
I think I am right now.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's more of an alive spirit. Like I feel awakened. Like kind of just what you said. The energy's going straight up.
Yeah, I think there's less of an inebriating quality as opposed to like pu'er or like aged whites, but it's definitely invigorating. Yeah,
this has good, clean energy. Not overwhelming, but very enriching and I guess life force bringing. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're kind of imbibing like the spring growth, like in a literal sense you are, but you can feel it. That's the interesting part to me. Like it's not just.
I'm even getting piney notes now. Yeah. Just like some type of.
Yeah, this is still good, honestly. Like 6 steep. This is like good green tea.
Man, so do you think we can push this one to 7 or 8 steeps or 9, or I mean, who knows?
Well, You don't know until you try, right?
Yeah, I like that. Let's keep going. I like the unfolding pininess.
ImmortaliTea, episode 11, the unfolding pininess.
ImmortaliTea, unleash your inner Taoist.
I think we said would taste the mountain before. Wasn't that one of our slogans?
Drink the Meng Dew.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the sweet, sweet dew. Sweet, sweet Meng Dew. Do the dew, I guess. Is that one taken? Has anyone copyrighted that?
Probably Mountain Dew.
Probably Mountain Dew, yeah.
But do the Meng Dew.
Okay, god damn it. Okay, maybe this one can't get you tea drunk.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, let's see where we're at. Yeah, okay. Now it's a little died now. That was I'm sorry, was that six or seven? I don't remember. I think that was 7.
Yeah, 70.
Which is really good for a green tea, which is like fantastic. Usually don't get more than 4.
Yeah, you're right. You can feel the flavor starting to kind of slowly go away.
It's more just like hot water now. There's not really any body. This one will definitely gung fu. A good like 4 or 5 steepings in a teapot. You could definitely get 2 good pots out of it, or you could do it grandpa style and presumably refresh it like all day long. So we just drank a Mengding Ganlu tea from Sichuan, China. You can find this and others like it on the Trident Cafe website, tridentcafe.com/teas. We'll be getting new green teas, for the next few months. So stay tuned, keep refreshing the browser feed. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. All right, everyone, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll see all you tea drinkers in the next episode. Thank you.